Don't try to control your emotions, because all that does is it represses it, it suppresses it. Now it's bubbling up inside of me. Then it's someone does something little and you explode at them. Suddenly we do nothing. And somebody just completely loses their temper and you say, "Hare bhai, where did this come from?" The aim is not about controlling emotions. The aim is about not allowing emotions to control you. All an emotion is a very brief pattern of chemical and electrical behavior that takes place in our brain. It happens in a certain way, we call it anger. It happens in a different way, we call it sadness. It happens in a different way, we call it happiness. A different way, we call it fear. That's all it is. It's just a pattern in the brain. And it's very quick. Most emotions, it's very quick. What ends up making it last and making it control us and make it lead to suffering is that we keep telling ourselves stories about it. The minute that the mind gets involved, so let's say, for example, I see something, someone does something, acts in a certain way, it triggers anger in me, okay? So in that moment, as I see what that person is doing, suddenly there is this wave of chemical and electrical pattern in me. Causes my blood pressure to rise, causes my heartbeat to go, causes my palms to get all sweaty, causes my brain to contract. So where my vision was wide, in anger my vision becomes very, very narrow, like tunnel vision. But it's quick. What makes that anger last and kill us is that the moment that that wave of energy starts happening, my mind kicks in and starts telling me a story. How dare he do that? Who does he think he is? Kya samajhte aap apne aap ko? How could he do that to me? That's not fair. Wo hamesha aise karte hain. And we start giving ourselves a whole drama around it. And the drama, we keep repeating it. And the more we repeat it, the more we cause that pattern of energy to keep happening. So where it was originally just a wave, we turn it into a whole tsunami and a storm that lasts hours, days, weeks, years. Because we keep telling ourselves the story, we keep triggering it. If you imagine that you got like a little cut, it gets hurts for a moment, gets a little scab over it, but every time the scab just begins to start, you pick it off, you make it bleed again. Then the scab just begins to grow. You peel it off, you make it bleed again. Eventually, you're actually going to turn that which was little into something much bigger. You'll give yourself a proper infection. Now imagine that you kept doing that every day for weeks and months. You could cause a really severe infection in the body. Kuch bhi nahi tha in the beginning. It was nothing to begin with, a little paper cut, a little something. But because we keep picking at it, it doesn't heal, it gets worse, it gets infected. And this is actually what happens with a lot of our emotional state, is as it starts to rise within us, the mind kicks in and starts telling a whole story. And in that story, we hold on to it. And we prevent that wave from ever going away. And so don't try to control your emotions, because all that does is it represses it, it suppresses it. Now it's bubbling up inside of me. Then you get the volcano effect, right? I mean, then it's someone does something little and you explode at them, right? We've all seen it happen. Suddenly we do nothing. And somebody just completely loses their temper and you say, "Hey, where did this come from?" And it's all because they were repressing and suppressing and holding in. And finally, it exploded. So you don't want to repress or suppress the emotions. You don't want to push them down and control them. What you want to do is just notice it. Anger. Sadness. Joy. Whatever it is. Allow it to just be there. It comes as a wave. And if you allow yourself to just sit and close your eyes for a moment, what you'll find is the wave comes, it builds, it peaks, and then it goes back out. And it's over. If you don't allow yourself to tell yourself a story about it, it's over. And that's the way to handle emotions. They keep arising. But don't let them control you. Just because there's a reaction in the brain of anger doesn't mean that you have to yell or hit somebody or punch a wall, or go out and get drunk or use drugs or do something you're going to regret. It's just a chemical and electrical pattern. Just allow it to subside, whatever the emotion may be. The goal is not to become emotionless. We're not looking to become just, a monotonous existence, but not to be controlled by them. This is where Bhagavan Krishna tells us in the Gita that the wise one, the yogi, is one who is balanced in pleasure, in pain. Doesn't mean the yogi can't tell the difference. Doesn't mean the yogi never experiences pleasure, never experiences pain. But it means that the yogi is not controlled by that. That it's not, happiness, great, everything is wonderful. Sadness, everything is awful. Where we just bounce around like that. The goal is just, okay. Yeah, that disturbed me. Interesting. This feels really beautiful. Interesting. You just become aware. You just notice it. Like you notice a rainy day, or you notice a sunny day, or you notice a cold day. You notice a hot day. The same way you just notice, this is a wave of anger. This is a wave of resentment. This is a wave of yearning and longing. This is a wave of joy. But who I am is stable and anchored and grounded amidst all of these waves. So that becomes the goal.